So, welcome to the north. Here we are. It's the first day of the season. Of course, we're not in the north. I'm heading south. Early train out of Leeds today. I think we just got the 8 hours on the trains today. Fingers crossed for that's going to work. Off, of course, to see Newport versus Newport Vets, aka Cheltenham. So down at Cheltenham today, aka the Harrogate of the South. This for me is the start of, I think it's my 44th season watching Newport. As you know, we lose some and we draw some, so we'll see how it goes today. I hope you've managed to catch up on the various pods we've put out over the summer. If you haven't, give them a listen. And we'll try and keep you up to date with some fun and frolics as we go through the season. No idea what's going to happen today, of course. Such a change has gone on at the club, hasn't it, into the new Jenks era. Been thinking about that today as I sort of fire up me sounds. You know, what songs does it remind us of? Is it going to be Changes by Bowie? Another brick in the wall, Floyd, as we start to build something new. Let's hopefully it doesn't turn into New Dawn Fades by Joy Division. And talking of the brick in the wall, I think that's how we got to view it today, haven't we? It's all of this is a starting point. It's not the end point, is it? But I'm keen to see, are we building a magnificent edifice that will stand the test of time, or a house of cards that's going to go down at the first sight of wind? Hopefully the former. Since we did our pre-season pod, obviously Will Evans has gone. Lots of griping, but for me, I think that was a really, really good bit of business. Something that suited all parties, didn't it? And I think that if we are going to become a more sustainable club and build going forward, then we're going to have to sell players. We don't do it very often. And I think we got the timing of this one absolutely spot on. For me, I think that was a good thing. Yeah, I'd love him in the team, but we're going to have to develop players and move them on. Every club is a selling club. So, let's sell players, not leave them go on a free. So yeah, all good stuff. I've got a bit of reading material with me, as always. I'm tucking into the 4th volume of Karl Ove Knausgaard's 3,600 page epic, 6-volume epic, all about himself. Nothing like a bit of ego, is there? So yeah, a bit of Norwegian auto-fiction for the journey down. Really looking forward to it though. It's going to be brilliant. Hopefully might see the new kit, might see with some old muckers who might be down there. Hopefully get a nice pint, maybe a bit of cheese or something in Cheltenham, and see how we go. I mean, for me today, it's a head versus heart thing. My head says we'll struggle. It's early days. I think we need Morris out on the pitch. I'm not sure he's going to be fit today. And Flinny always has a bit of a hex on us, doesn't he? The old dog. However, heart says, I might see some scampering wingers, I might see some football on the deck, I might see some funky formations, who knows? So, right, I'm going to go, it's the start of the season, I'm going heart to rule ahead. So, 3-2 win, it's going to be goal, 3-2-1 for us. I'm going Bobby Kamara, what's this, for one, I'm going to go for CBR for the second, and come on, Jeff Cott, off your arse, knock one in for number 3, send us all home happy. So yeah, right, it's we're trundling down. The train is always rammed, the 8:11 train out of Leeds, cross country chaos. But anyway, I'll try not to spend all season moaning about trains. I could struggle, and we'll see you all down in Cheltenham. So here we go. I'm in Cheltenham. The train was crazy days, but it's got me here on time. Perfect stuff. I've done a bit of research. I found an absolutely cracking brewery, the Daya Brewery, which is a completely new one on me. The brewery and tap house. I'm having a pint of magazine cover, which I'm massively enjoying. Really good. Yeah, it's got a tap house attached to it and all that jazz. Saw a few familiar Newport faces loitering about outside Cheltenham Station waiting for the pub nearby to open. But I've snuck myself in here. Absolutely fabulous IPA. And then I'll wander to the ground, which is miles away, I think. So we'll have a crack at that. Just been chatting to the rest of the 912 Exiles in our WhatsApp group, and honestly, I know I had a bit of a moan at the end of last season. It wasn't to do really with the football. It was the football wider in general. I was really sort of frustrated by it all, and I still am. And me and Jamie are going to do a whole thing about modern football is rubbish at some point as a pod episode. But I was having real doubts whether I would do another season. I said at the start of this, it's my 44th season. I wasn't sure I'd make another one. But you know what? I've come down today. I feel excited. I feel rejuvenated. It's never going to be dull, is it? Watching the Port, it never is. I've seen this through everything, thick and thin, and the occasional good times, and it's my hometown club. I haven't lived there for many years, as you all know, but coming to a game does provide me with that element of real connection, and that's really important to me, and community, and values, and all of those things. And it's easy. I was on the train down, and there was loads of like United fans and City fans. We're nowhere near bloody Manchester, all on trains to the north, east, and Yorkshire, going down to Community Shield today. It's like, go and watch your hometown club, goodness sake. So yeah, I feel good. I feel really. I've had a bit of a moan there again, but I feel really positive, and whatever happens, and I am looking forward to seeing some familiar faces today when I get over to the ground. I'm looking forward to seeing the black and amber, out on the pitch. It is the hope, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you. But I've been chatting to a lot of my mates on WhatsApp today who all support different clubs. My old mate JP, who's big Ipswich fan, so he's looking for next weekend for first game. Got mates of Bristol City fans and various other clubs. Got Rochdale and Grimsby and Oldham mates who times are tough for some of us, but we all go into today feeling great. And a mate of mine just messaged me and he said mid-table obscurity, it should never be underestimated, and I think I would take that. That's nothing to be sniffed at. So there's 20 lines in this brewery. I don't think I'll get through them all before we get to the grounds, but I'm going to see what's next after the magazine cover, and we'll catch up with some reprobates over the ground, no doubt. Right, we're here at the ground. I'll tell you what, it's taking me a long time to walk from the station and the provide a brewery and a curry, but it's still taking me a long time. But we're here. I was told it was going to be beautiful blue skies. I'm only wearing a t-shirt. It was lovely up in Leeds South. It's rubbish. I found some people bobbing about. Before we get into double pivots and all that sort of shenanigans, which we might do in the ground because the team's out, when we was at Bradford last season, which I did sneak out a little bit early, I have to be honest about that, but what we said was we wanted a one word to sum up last season, right? So what I'm thinking is, what's our one word as we look forward to the new empire, right? That's what I'm looking for. One word, only one, Ollie. I know you struggle with this. Right, I'm going to start. I'm going to say rejuvenated, because that's a bit how I feel, and I think that's what's happened to the club. Right, we've got some trust royalty here. I'm not going to put him on the spot too much, but Amber Arnie's going to give me a word. One word, Arnie.
Exciting.
There we go. Exciting. Stu's here. One word.
Well, Arnie's stole mine, so I'm going to say curious to see what happens.
Curious to see what happens. Chris has managed to slap his way out of Newport. Doesn't happen often, Chris?
Very often. I'm going to go with one word.
We might come back at half time. You think about it, Chris. We'll go to Fraser.
Trepidation.
There's always one in it. The young ones supposed to be like on the front foot, aren't they? Ollie's here looking absolutely resplendent in a new 90s away kit. It's even worse though with the alpha thing. That should be in black and amber. Anyway, Olls, one word.
Promising.
So we're all vaguely positive here, apart from the young uns, right? Who we're building our future on. That's all I'm saying. Chris, one word.
Concerned.
Right. We're supping along here, and it's a lovely little away sort of fan zone. Is that next car parks next to a bowling green? There's a I can see the ground, so we know we're all right. So we'll get in there and see what it's all about. Right, teams are in. I'm a bit surprised, but obviously I've not seen us yet in the pre-seasons because they don't count, and they're a long way away. So Townsend in goal, Macker on one side, Glennon on the other, I'm assuming, Clark and Jameson, so that's your 4. I think then it gets a bit funky. So we've got Brennan, an Antwi, have we, as a 2, as a pivot, or is Digger going to play as one of the pivot? Antwi's in, and then we got Greaves, Baker Richardson and Camwa, not Camera as I said on the train on the way down, Bobby Camwa. I thought Spellman might be in, but I could see him. Could we play Greaves as the 10 and Digger back as a pivot alongside Brennan? You know, that's what I mean, everyone's shaking their head at me like I'm absolute gibbon, but no one knows. Stu, what are you thinking of that?
Probably, obviously, Brennan's defensive midfielder, I think Antwi will be beside him, with Wildig as a 10, Greaves on the right, Cam on the left.
Yeah, it's funny because my mate at the office, who's a Wednesday fan, who likes Brannan a lot, you know, he said he's a centre back. He's a centre back, you know. So what are we thinking, Al?
I'm thinking Brennan being the more defensive of the 3, he's more likely to drop back, help out with the defence, and then.
Are we going? Hang on a minute. Are we going 4? No, or 4-1-4-1?
Could be.
Very well could be. I think Brennan more defensive, helping out. Antwi and Wildig roam about, just let them have fun. First game of the season, why not?
I'm liking this. Team short from Ollie. Just get out there and let them roam about. That's what we want. Anyone else got a view? Chris, Fraser, what's it?
I'm sort of concur with Ollie. I think Andrew's more of a attacking player.
Yeah.
I think like you said earlier on, perhaps Wildig will drop and pick a ball up.
Yeah.
But Brennan's definitely more the defensive of the 3.
Yeah, definitely. But the more I've looked at that, I'm going 4-1-4-1.
Could be Harry Redknapp vibes.
So, yeah.
You know, I tell you what, this is what we want. Tactics truck, pumping up the tyres in the car park, and we'll actually see what happens when I get out there. We're in the ground. It was like quite a tight turnstile to get in there. I was a bit worried for Ollie at one point, but we've got in. Great following it's going to be here today. It's sold out in the away end, which won't happen too often this year unless we're rocking. Didn't even go on general sale, I don't think. All season ticket holders in here today and trust members. First visit to me to Wadden Road, or as I think it's now called, I don't know, is it the EV Charging Solutions Arena or something? Wadden Road to us. Now, there needs to be a whole blog about this, right? The amount of football grounds that only have stands that only cover a third of the pitch. Because it happens all the time, but the pitch is looking amazing. What have we got, right? So our end, all covered, all seats, holds about $1,000, I think. It's full. On the right hand side, exactly the same. You know, modern, single decker, all seats. Down the far end, small but covered terrace, home end, and then on the left, we've got a double decker stand. Only goes about a third of the way in the middle third. Old, and then just a few sort of a little bit of terracing underneath that on the side. So, you know, I mean, I guess again, it's like they've only come down from League One, but effectively it's a non-league ground, really, in many ways. Floodlight watch. We might have to stop doing floodlight watch soon because the amount of grounds I was coming down on the train past Villa Park, no floodlights, they're not here. Well, we've got a problem here because they're all different. We've got 2 down the far end that are completely different, and 2 behind us that are different. So we can't give it much because most of these seem to be antennae for phone masts, which doesn't really count in my view. Right, the pitch is looking absolutely the business. There's water on it. It's going to be slick. We're going to play like Brazil. That's what's going to happen. Get ready. Teams are out, as we should be. We're playing an amber and black. None of this away bloody rubbish. Third kits. Get rid of it. We're ready to go. Let's have a great season. Come on, Laporte. Right, early start. We've been 15 minutes in now. We've had a genuinely positive start. There's good vibes. I know you don't win games on vibes, but away up. Bobby Cam was in. He's looked brilliant. Tons of fun, this lad. He's going down the left-hand side now. He's just overhit that ball. But he looks a great threat on the side. We've been playing front foot football. We've been trying to work out the formation because Brannan, as the holding midfielder, is occasionally dropping back into the back line, and then we sometimes are playing in a one in there. Stuart, we're fluid, but what are we doing?
I think we're playing Brannan and Antwi as the two, with Wildig behind CBR with Canwa has it and Graves on the right, but every so often Brannan drops into defence and leaves Antwi on his own.
Yeah,
and it's a bad thing, but
no. Yeah. And Greaves is moving around all. I mean, technically he's on the right, but he's moving.
Central. He's going very central.
Yeah. So we were saying fluid. Would you say?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're one down. Can't really see how that came about. The ball was pinged across to the far side. They had about several goals again into the middle. It seemed to ricochet about a bit, and then it just broke to a guy who was free, who just smashed it in. So work to be done. We definitely started the better, but we've gone one down. I think it'd be fair to say that was poor defending. Herein lies the problem we could have until it gets settled down. As good as Clennan's look going forward, he got sat on his backside there, and the ball's come into the 6-yard box, and they've just tapped it up when we're 2 down. Now I went for a 3-2 on the train on the way down, so we got it all to do.
Second goal scorer.
Penalty to the post, Bobby Camwa. We're going to have fun with him, the winger. He's gone past his man for had him on toast. He's been brought back down, and he's been brought down in the area. It's a clear penalty. We need to get back into this game. We need to get Cameron on the ball as much as we can. CBR to take it. Get in! First goal of the season, CBR. No drama. Game on. 2-2. Really nice move there between Digger and CBR. Play Greaves in beautifully. His shot was well saved by the keeper. It came back to him, and he's just smashed it in just before half time. I said 3-2 on the way down. Here we go. Goals. That's what we want. Right, 2-2 half time. I tell you what, I've seen more positivity in that than I have, certainly for quite a lot of chunk of the end of last season. We've looked to play football, we've looked to get forward, we've looked to get the ball in the box. Campbell looks a player, Greaves looks a player. He's not a winger, he's the replacement for Digger, we were saying actually, but he looks like he can do stuff. We're a little bit lopsided, and we are struggling a little bit at the back when he get at us. Stu, what have you thought?
I think we've taken the bad defender from last season, but we've added some good attacking play, so it might just work. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It's been a fantastic first half.
Yeah. Chris, what have you thought of our first impressions?
Yeah, good really. I think the only thing we're lacking is an out-and-out wide right player, but Greaves done alright actually, and took his goal really, really well. Fair play.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? So, it's 2-2, and it's been a little bit like our pre-season in many ways, where you can easily be moaning over down, and then we come back, and it's topsy-turvy. It's a roller coaster so far, and do you know what? That's why we come to football, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to see 2-2s every week, not 0-0s.
Exactly.
15 minutes into the second half, fairly even Stevens, but what I'm liking is that we are looking to try and win the game. We are looking to get Campbell on the ball. We are looking to try and play out. But we're not just messing about. If we need to put it long, we are putting it long. So we're not passing for the sake of passing, and we are, again, trying to be positive. It's good to see. Just saying, it's a pretty warm day here, so we're just having I think there's an injury, yeah. So Digger was a bit late on a challenge there, left one on him, and there's a yellow card for Digger. Everyone's getting a drink break. But I think it'll be interesting to see how we use subs. I think we've got, some pace and some youth on the bench. On a hot day like this, that could be key. I think if I have one criticism of Coco, it's that he didn't, he probably didn't trust his bench, did he? So he was often a bit late making subs, so it'll be interesting to see how Nelson does it. First subs are on, so Greaves has come off. He's had a decent debut, and Wood's replacing him, so that might give us a bit more natural width on the right hand side. And then Kai Whitmore has come on and replaced Cameron Antwi. So I think we might have a little bit more width now as we move into the towards the sort of last third of the game. Big chance there, really trying to push for the winner here. It's great to see. Cam was set up, I'm not sure it was from this end. The play we're kicking away from us here. Got the shot away. Keeper made the save and he hoiked it clear. But we're really trying to push for this. Bobby Cam was off. He's been superb. We'll look forward to seeing him all season. And Jeff Cott's on. I called it. Winner off his arse for 3-2. Final sub, I think. CBR has gone off. And the unit has come on. That's what we'll call him, the unit. Hamza Kagbo, I think, isn't it? Yeah, the unit. Hamza Kagbo. He is a big guy. I just said to Chris, well, what's his name? Chris said, whatever he wants. Sir. Yeah. And just like that, the unit is off. He took it looks like he took an elbow to his shoulder or his collarbone. He went down in a lot of pain. So I think he might have, Dr. Street here. I think he's done either his collarbone or dislocated his shoulder there. But look at that. I think that means we're 10 men for the last few minutes, heading into injury time. Oh my lordy lord! Glennon's I tell you what, he's got a pearl of a left foot, this Glennon. He's stuck it into the box there. Clark is running through towards the penalty spot, and it's come to his right foot, and basically he's gone open goal, and he's put it wide. That was the winner on a plate there, right there. So frustrating. We've lost it in injury time. We've been down to 10 men. From the left back, Glennon got injured in the middle of the park. He went down. He's left a big hole on the left. Townsend's got beaten in his near post, I think, again. We didn't deserve that. Not sure we deserved that. I think 2-2 would have been fair, to be honest. But lots and lots of positives there for me in terms of how we played, how we tried to win, how we tried to get after it. What's your view of that, Stu?
Yeah, I think we deserved at least a point. They've got a pitch invasion, so it tells you what they think about it. And I mean, I think we've been the better team generally. I know we had a terrible start going 2-0 down, but I think we're the more aggressive team and more positive team throughout the whole game.
Yeah. Chris, what's your view?
I completely undeserved. I think second half we completely bossed the game. Obviously the injury done us. Poor goal, I think, to give away right at the end, near post again. But
lots of positives though, wasn't it? Lots of positives.
Much more positive than I was before the game, I got to be honest. So yeah, fair play, good effort by the boys. Looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, looking forward to the next one. So long journey home now. See you in another northern town at some point. All the best, everybody. Lots to look forward to though. Cheers, everyone.